Hey, Matt Wilson. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe, and I hope you and your families had a great Easter weekend and a great spring break. Hey, just wanted to come to you this morning. I told you I'd be sharing a video with you soon um, of some things that you could put in your toolbox, especially during this difficult time that we're in. And so, what I did was I found an online book, and it's called "Do You Have Real Friends?" Do you have real friends? And it's by Terry Foster. And I uploaded that into the counseling Google Classroom that your teacher should have sent out to you. And so, what I want to do this morning is just go through a list of things that Terry Foster has put in his book and maybe elaborate and talk on these things just a little bit. Because I think if we're all honest, we want to be a real friend. And of course, the opposite of real would be fake. And none of us want to be fake friends or have fake friends. And so I think this list is good for all of us. It's good for the teachers, it's good for the students, it's good for parents. Because we want to be real people, and in doing so, I'm gonna give you some tools that you can put in your toolbox to kind of help you begin to develop into a real friend. I know we all struggle at times, especially in the school system. Where we're always around students and kids, and you have people that aggravate you and those kind of things. So what can you do to be a better friend, and what can your friends do to be better friends to you as well? So I'm gonna go through this list real quick and just talk about a few of them, and then but I do want to encourage you, go to the Google Classroom and go online and read that book, because it's a great book. It's good for all of us. And so the first thing that Terry Foster says is that we want friends that will cheer for us. And so when we do great things, we want people to surround us or to be around us that's going to cheer for us. And in turn, we need to cheer for our friends when they do great things. And one of the things that Terry Foster says also, to be a real friend or a true friend, is we should never be jealous. He calls that in his book the green monster. And of course, in my office, for those of you that have been in there, I have some posters up or some papers up that says "Don't feed the monster." And so, going right along with that, cheer for your friends. You want people that's going to cheer for you when you have success. You want them to be happy for you and not jealous of you. And so, those are a couple of things that we can do. And then also, it says here, never gossip. We should uplift our friends and not talk down about our friends. He also says that we need to be a good listener. That means we don't always have to have something to say. I think back to when I was a kid, my grandfather used to tell me, he said, "Son, you've got two ears and one mouth. Use those ears more than you use your mouth." And so we don't always have to have something to say, but we need to listen and pay attention and truly listen to what our friends are saying. And you want them to do the same. You want them to listen to you when you have something that's very important and on your mind and on your heart. Um, keep good secrets. That's another thing. There's times where you have friends that tell you something in confidence and they want it to stay between the two of you. Now, in the counseling world, we have things that happen sometimes. If you've got a friend that's um, saying they're going to hurt themselves, or maybe they're down and they need some help, then you need to share those things, because you want to keep their best interests in mind. But a lot of times there's things that they tell you in confidence that they want you to keep between the two of you. And then love's a powerful word. The good book says love covers a multitude of sins. And so we want friends that truly love us, to be real. Now, that doesn't mean we always do the things that they like, but we always love other people. Very important thing for us to do is to love other people. And you need to love your friends, and your friends need to love you. And if you do that, you can get through some very difficult times. And then the next thing is, when the tough times come, and they always do, you have friends, real friends, help you through those difficult and hard times. I know right now we've been going through a real hard time. We can't meet at school. Many of our churches, we're doing a lot of stuff online right now. We're teaching you online. Your teachers are working really hard to try to connect with you through Google Meet and YouTube videos and those kind of things. Um, but you've got people around you right now that will help you through those difficult times. You have your parents, you have your brothers and sisters, you have people in your neighborhood. They're pulling together to try to help you through this difficult time. And real friends don't run away when times get difficult. Real friends stick with you through it until the end. And so you be that same kind of friend. And then he says this, real friends tell us when we do the wrong thing or when we're doing things wrong. And I know I have a group of friends, and I call it my inner circle of friends that I can go to and talk to about things. And if I'm doing it wrong, I want them to tell me that. Does it hurt my feelings a little bit? But you know what? If I'm doing it wrong, then I want to make sure that I can correct that and do it right. And so, and something else, you shouldn't want friends that's going to encourage you to do the wrong thing. You want to have friends that's going to encourage you to do the right thing and make right choices as opposed to wrong choices. And and they're happy for you. He says this, they're happy for you when you accomplish great things. And that kind of goes back to they cheer for you when you accomplish great things. And there's going to be times in your life where you accomplish some really, really great things, and you want to surround yourself with people that are going to cheer you on and push you to be the best that you can be. And I want you to be the kind of friend that's going to do the same thing for those other friends that you have or students that are with you. If they do the right thing and accomplish great things, then you cheer for them, lift them up, and don't ever be like the green monster that's jealous. And so be happy when they accomplish great things. And we're going to be happy for you when you accomplish great things. And then friends always help us make the right choices. I mentioned this a few minutes ago. But you know, if we're all honest, we don't want to do the wrong thing. Sometimes we find ourselves in situations where we can choose to do the wrong thing. But I want you to know that it's very important to surround yourself or have friends, real friends, always help you make the right choices. And they do not encourage you to do the wrong thing. Always encourage your friends to do the right thing. And then the last thing I want to share with you is this. Terry Foster says, if you want to be a real friend, you must learn to be a real friend. And I know this is an area that we can work on at Matt Wilson because, you know, I've been with you for at least just about 3/4 of the year before we came and had to social distance ourselves from each other because of this virus. But I want you to learn to be a real friend, and that means it takes work. It takes work for me, and it takes work for you. If your teachers were on here talking to you right now, they would tell you it takes work to do all those things that we just talked about. But you got to be willing to put in the work, put in the effort. Maybe watch videos like this, read books like I'm encouraging you to read, and you'll help yourself to become that real friend that you want in your own life. And so, if you want to be a real friend, you must learn to be a real friend. Hey, listen, I love you, students. I'm praying for you. I hope that you and your family are well. And I will send another video out pretty soon to give you some ideas of things that you can put in your mental toolbox. So talk to you soon, okay?